All right, so I had spoke earlier when we were working in our video unit and when we started animation that we were going to do a unit in video, a unit in animation, and then you will have an independent project that you will plan and carry out, and it can be a video project or an animation project or the combination of the two. Okay? Now we do have some more skills that we are going to learn in animation, but some of those are going to be direct instruction from me. So I want us all on the same page when we're doing that. So if you have the bouncing ball across the screen finished up, today is going to be one of the days that you can start working on your planning. Now I am going to be honest with you, even a little bit embarrassed that I'm going to record myself saying this. Your multimedia project at this point has very few guidelines, very few direct, this is exactly what you have to do. I am going to give a few examples and more criterias will come out, okay? The only thing that's in here so far is a slideshow that's completely blank that is shared with you, okay? This can be so open that it's hard to put exactly what you need to do. But each student should really be coming up with their own project. So I'm just going to ramble off ideas. And the ideas that I'm going to ramble off, for the most part, are going to incorporate animation and video, and it's going to mix them. You don't have to do that, but that is one of your options. Okay? And I guess this one popped into my head because I had a student do something similar to it before, and with Halloween being on Friday, and I was Mario. So the student, they used Mario World as their background, like the traditional Nintendo version Mario World. That was their background. They filmed themselves on the green screen, walking, jumping, ducking, whatever it was that they needed to do. Okay? The background was completely static. They green screened themselves in, but then they animated a flower coming up. They animated a fireball when you throw it. Okay? Do you get how you can mix our video skills and our animation? So if you take the project that we did, that we filmed on the senior benches, the cloning/cropping project, you could be playing ball with yourself, but as that ball is traveling, the ball could be changing colors, something that it's not a real ball. Okay? Maybe it changes, shapes even. Okay? Who knows what? Maybe it's actually a fireball. Obviously, something that's not necessarily truthful. We talked about, we did our screen thief. How could you be coming out of, another object? And maybe when you're coming out of it, if you had an animation, it could simply be stars or smoke or fire or lightning. And there are more principles of animation that you are going to learn. There are projects that people do that are usually done green screen, but when you clap, you completely somewhere else. You might have seen something like that before. When the person claps, smoke comes up and then they reappear somewhere else. The reason that I let this so open right now is because I want to see what your interests are as we start this planning document so I can kind of start to write some of the qualifications for the project. There are so many media outlets right now and so many different ways that you can search and come up with ideas. Some students completely have an idea already exactly what they want to do, and some students it's time to start building the project and they still have no idea. I was kind of looking at some things over the weekend, and there was one, it was like on a concrete patio, and every time the person put their hand on a patio block, the patio block changed color. But we know that's not in real life. You could be playing hopscotch, but maybe maybe the hopscotch board is lighting up every time you hit it. So, and again, you don't have to mix video and animation, but it's fun to do that, in my opinion. So those of you who are ready to start planning, you can even just Google multimedia projects, and you can see different ideas and start taking different things and trying to connect them together. When you find an idea and you like the concepts that they used, you can feel free just to put that link in here, okay? If you can describe something, I think it would be really cool if I was able to do describe what that is. If you need to just use images and say, I would like this as a background image, I would be on the green screen doing this, and I would want it to be raining while I was doing this. Just start spewing your ideas onto here. Does that make some sense? Okay? I think after And after today, most of you should be able to get the ball going across the screen done today or halfway through class tomorrow. I think halfway through class tomorrow is when I'm going to do the next piece of direct instruction, and that has to do with color change. That's the method that I'm going to use to instruct it, but it has to do with something that you need to be repeating in an animation, and it has to do with working with symbols and making a symbol repeat. But I want us to do that together, okay? And again, that's probably going to be halfway through class tomorrow, because I think that'll give everybody the opportunity to definitely have their bouncing ball done. Sound good? Questions on that? All right, go ahead and get busy.